week SEC game opener. The Arkansas Razorbacks will take on the Alabama Crimson Tide in the game opener for the SEC Conference. Here we go. Arkansas will start with the ball. The Razorbacks are going to need to score against this Alabama Tide explosive offense. They're the favorites to win the SEC. But as we saw earlier in the week, just because you're the favorites to win the conference doesn't mean you're actually going to win the conference. We saw that when North Dakota State got upset by South Dakota State by 2 scores. It's mostly because of that pick 6 that was thrown in the first quarter. But Arkansas now, surprisingly, is driving down the field against a really good Alabama defense. Oh, he underthrows him and it's intercepted. I jinxed the offense, and Bama gets the ball. But he throws a pick right back to him. Ty Simpson throws an interception right back to the Arkansas defense, and the offense is going to get a chance to come back out here and score. Hopefully this doesn't turn out to be like the Ohio State game with 7 interceptions. Well, 6 interceptions by one quarterback and 5 by the other. That was still a really good game. And first and goal is just barely not a first and goal. It's marked like an inch short of the 10-yard line, but that's a touchdown for the Razorbacks. They go up 7-0 early against the Tide. We've only had one kick return go past the 30-yard line, and that was Washington State. Since then, there's not been a good kick return. All season so far. I guess the first week. But if we thought Arkansas's offense looked explosive, Bama's has looked even more this first part of the game. He broke a tackle and got the first and goal for the Tide. This may be our highest scoring game we've had so far in the RBCL, but it's picked. Picked. He underthrew the ball and Arkansas gets it back. We see our first QB scramble of the season. He's going to get 4 yards off of it. Caught, first down. He's getting sacked. There was too much time for that play to develop, and it allowed Alabama to get the sack, but they're immediately going to respond with a first down. The Razorbacks may have put the Tide on upset alert. Nope, it's picked. I should just quit talking, because every time I say something good about the Razorbacks, they turn the ball over. The Tide are almost right back to where they were earlier in this game when they threw the interception off of an underthrown Ty Simpson ball. And that's a touchdown. We're tied at 7 here, late in the second quarter. Arkansas will have 4 seconds to potentially score before the end of the first. Nope, he's just going to get sacked for the second time today. Bama gets the ball in the second half. Here we go. Well, speaking of kick returns that go past the 30, that's our second one of the week. Underthrown. Good thing there wasn't a defender there. We know what happens to underthrown balls when there's a defender. Breaks 2 tackles. He's gone. No one's getting him. That's going to be a touchdown for Alabama. "68-yard touchdown for the Tide to go up 7 against the Razorbacks here. Arkansas's turn to respond. That was a really good touchdown from Bama. What can Arkansas do to respond here? I guess get tackled 2 yards short of the line to gain. Breaks a tackle. Gets to the 40. Just dropped. There's no one covering that guy. That wide receiver got so open. They'll get tackled at the 21, first down, Razorbacks. I guess this game being close here goes to show that right now, the SEC and any other conference is anyone's game. First down and goal. Tackled 4 yards short of the 1 yard short of the touchdown. Touchdown Arkansas off of the run. That'll tie this game at 14. Bama now has looked more dominant. But can they keep it up here in the fourth quarter, or about to be the fourth quarter? Now it's the fourth. Breaks 2 tackles. Gets to the 48. First down, Tide. That's caught. First down. Caught. No, it's dropped. You've got to make that catch. We've had a lot of bad weather in these games so far, and that's picked off by Arkansas. The Razorbacks probably more than likely want to take this game to overtime because they've seen it firsthand. Bama can get big plays. They had a 68-yard rushing touchdown, or not rushing, 68-yard receiving touchdown earlier in the game. So my guess would be Arkansas takes this clock all the way down and gets a game-winning field goal at the end of the game, and that's a loss of 2. They're going to need more than just that to get in field goal range here. Are we going to have our first overtime game in RBCL history? Breaks a tackle. He's going to be in pretty good range here. Arkansas will take their field goal from the 30. Kick is good. With 7 seconds to go, the Tide are down by 3 against the Razorbacks. They're going to get down here. They have 2 seconds to score a touchdown. They can't kick a field goal because that would lose them the game here. And it's picked. Arkansas wins the game by 3 off of a game-winning field goal. And Alabama goes down.